Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Help support my channel. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers pretty much as soon as possible. So then I go live streaming because YouTube policy, they won't let me go live until I have 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to all the folks out there that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you have not yet, please take this moment now with helping me. Click subscribe. Next, click the bell. And next, click all. This helps you receive a notification when I post my next videos. Plus, click the thumbs up button and every time you watch my videos. If you got value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel by going below and clicking on either my Patreon or PayPal links. If you join my Patreon page, then you'll get early access to these videos 24 hours before they're posted on the YouTube and lots more. If you prefer just leaving a small tip, click on PayPal. Either way, then you get that warm sense of satisfaction years down the line knowing that you helped me become a successful YouTuber.
Wednesday, March 30th, 4:52 p.m. New York time. The futures market has about 8 minutes left till it closes. Looking at the currency markets, we're almost at the end of the month. Let's look at the higher time frame, monthly. Currencies are so important. When central banks of nations change their interest rates, it has an underlying effect on the currencies. Typically, when a nation raises its interest rate, it strengthens its currency. I shared with you many times in the past, there are safe haven currencies, US dollar being one of them, yen being another, and the Swiss franc being another. I've been looking a lot more and more details on these for the past few weeks, and there's major price levels at right now to consider buying. First, we're looking here at the US dollar index. Again, we're looking at the monthly charts. We're inside a range, below the highs, above the lows for this duration. All this up here, all this up here. Zoom in. So the past 3 months, we've been making higher highs, higher lows. The current month, now we're almost, or it looks like we're below midpoint. Yeah. Now, if we close like that or close lower, well, that'd be the strength of the currencies inside the US dollar index, because inside the US dollar index, the heavy weighted currency is first the euro. Yeah, the euro makes up 57% plus in the US dollar. The second largest currency in US dollar index is the Japanese yen, 13.6%, and the third largest currency in US dollar is the British pound, 11.9%. We'll get to those in a moment. So looking here, going back those years, we have these huge wicks on the top. Sellers were up there. Sellers, let's label this. That's referred to as a supply zone, where people that either closing their longs, taking profits, or entering short positions, they're bearish. We tested that level and we've already sold off. I would not be buying the US dollar up here, no. If I want to short it, well, I'll look at one of the weakest currencies inside of here. Okay, let's go look at the currencies, the major currencies in the futures market. Yep, there's different currencies exchanges they can trade currencies on. There's the US futures market, there's the Forex market, and there's other exchanges. Plus the US equity exchange, stock exchange, has stock ETFs on them. So we're looking here at the euro /6E. Again, we're looking here at monthly candles. Similar to the dollar, we're in a range. Here's the low, here's the high. Excuse me. I apologize. Again, why is there similarity? Because like I mentioned, the euro is a large weighted financial instrument inside the US dollar index, a lot of similarities. One reason the euro got beaten down was, well, there's a war going on in Europe, and wars typically make more inflation. Currencies get affected too, positive or negative. Well, when you're in the continent that has a war on can certainly lose confidence in those currencies. Yeah. So here's the high a few years ago. Like I said, here's the low. Let's zoom in. The euro has been declining. There was a war also on a virus. Yep. And again, huge tills, demand zone, bunch of buyers. We went in there, tested it, and now look at that, forming a bullish pin bar. Again, the monthly's not done yet, has another day, but that might be a potential buy area. Japanese yen. Huge trading range over many, many, many years. Yeah, many years. Let's zoom in some more. So here's the lows. We're already rejecting the lows. Again, let's zoom in some more. Massive sell-off, one of the largest trading price levels for the past several years. Look at the range of this. Lower highs, lower lows for the past months. Took out all these lows from here. And now we have this huge till forming on the bottom. Yep. And again, we're seeing a history here of 10 years, near the low of 10 years. You think, also note that Japan imports a huge amount of its crude oil from Russia. Yep. Sanctions, well, you could check the underlying, see if they're putting sanctions against Russia or they are still importing the oil. Yeah, but also they had a huge lockdown in Japan during the COVID and other things. So now, what else choice do they have? Well, maybe they're going to raise interest rates. If they raise interest rates, their currency is going to get stronger. So regardless if they said that or are going to do it shortly, technically, there are buyers stepping in here. I'd highly recommend start buying the Japanese yen, and you could do that with a stock ETF. There's a stock ETF for the Japanese yen. Yep, Foxtrot X-Ray Yankee. Or you could trade, like I said, the future contracts or the options. It's a lot of financial instruments. Yep. I wouldn't physically take possession of it. No, not sitting on my hands. Yep, very important. Looking here at the British pound. Again, huge trading range in this massive consolidation range too for the past several years. Channeling, got it? Highs, lows, channeling. Well, that's a clear trend with the channel trend. Well, here, we took out the low of last year. Let's remove that yellow horizontal line. And we already took out or remove this gray area. So lower lows, lower highs. Coming into here, all these tills down here, or it may still go lower. We're acting as demand zone buyers are stepping in here. So maybe we'll have more downside on the British pound. Potential watch here. Yep, so if things work out better, maybe if there's peace in Europe, confidence will come and the British pound will start going up, but it's at a key level right now. Buyers are already stepping in. And the Canadian dollar, yep. Look at the consolidation high, low, consolidation high, low. And here again, last year high. So now we're inside that range, near the lows of last year coming up. And this whole consolidation, we're above midpoint. Very important. Let's take this out. See, this yellow horizontal line was a swing low, demand zone, buyers stepping in, and it already tested that one. Let's remove that. So again, potential trade idea. They have stock ETFs too. And this stock ETF, also the Canadian dollar. You could join my Patreon and find the stock ETFs right there. Okay, so massive consolidation here, made a lower low, but it's working its way up strong. That's the Canadian dollar. Swiss franc, again, one of the safe haven currencies. Well, we have massive consolidation down here for many years. And since last year, we've been strong. Let's see this. Demand zone buyers broke above that, became resistance, came down, tested it, was a floor, resistance, went back up. Look what we just did this month. We tested it, ran up all the way here, putting a hammer here. So again, looking bullish here on the Swiss franc. But again, I would not be looking necessarily buy this. There's other currencies I'd rather be trading that look like they're better setups. And the Australian dollar. Again, one of the countries heavily commodity based. Yep. So massive supply up here of sellers. We had a demand zone down here. Interesting. We had this massive consolidation for 3 months. And look what we just did this month, broke out of it. Yep, let's zoom in some more. Let's take away that horizontal line. Take away the gray one too. So blue past all those, very nice. And now we're in this area, which is a supply zone of sellers. So one would maybe want to wait and see if we're going to, let's take that hit, label this high. Okay, there we go. And we're right at buying opportunity B. One might consider looking to buy above this. If we go above that, because that'd be new buyers coming in on top of that. Let's fade this down a little bit more. There we go. Yep, so if it breaks above this yellow horizontal line and goes in this level, start looking to buy. Why not? You think about it. Bunch of sellers were here. And if they didn't get out yet, they might be getting out in here. But if enough new buyers come in, pushing in here, we might have the new buyers and bring it up to this level. Let's label that. Again, there's better opportunities than this one, but this is a trade idea I'm showing you. Okay, now let's look at the Forex pairs. Again, first we'll look at the four pairs in the euro. We already spoke about the euro US dollar, spoke about the euro yen. Huge, look at this. Wow, the euro against the yen. So when this goes higher, that's weakened yen, stronger euro. Yep, took out that swing high, took out that swing high. And now there's a huge till on the top. So again, Japan raises if Japan central bank raises interest rates, this should be declining, giving strength to the yen against the euro. I would not want to be buying up here. I'll be looking for the opportunity to trade short. Euro pound, again, we'll get monthly charts. Huge move up, giving strength to euro against the pound. Yeah, remember the UK left the EU, but UK and both EU are still remember, UK is still part of NATO, but it's not the EU anymore. You know, both fighting against each other for the strength of their currencies. Yeah, but again, this huge move is positive for the euro. Euro Canadian dollar. Again, Canada, similar to Australia, New Zealand, Canada, similar to Australia and New Zealand, huge commodity-based countries. Yeah, I gotta learn to speak, right? Yeah, maybe I didn't have enough coffee, or maybe I've been drinking early. Wow, so huge low. Yep, this is really, really down here. All-time new low for the year, giving strength to the Canadian dollar. So when this declines, it's weaker euro, stronger Canadian dollar. And this could continue going down. Okay, we'll have to see what happens. It might be just a bounce retracement. Let's remove this. That already occurred. And the euro Swiss franc. Let's remove that. Yep, again, this safe haven currency there might be distribution up here. So if this rolls over, it's giving strength to the Swiss franc. And the euro Australian dollar, similar to the Canadian. Again, euro is losing against Canada and Australia because, again, commodities are super high, giving strength to Canada and Australia. Let's remove that. Okay. But clearly identify this again. Like I said, the euro and the yen. It's overextended. One would expect this is going to roll over, going down, giving strength to the yen. Let's look at the other currency pairs. Look at the Forex yen pairs. Already spoke about the US dollar yen, euro yen. How about the British pound yen? Same thing, just like the euro yen. We're looking at the pound yen. So super high strength to the British pound, and it's overextended. Look at that, bearish pin bar forming here. So as this declines, it's giving strength to the yen. So before the fundamentals, before central banks or knucklehead media start talking nonsense, you already can see the technicals, something's occurring. Some institutional and retail traders are looking to trade the inverse on the currency here of the yen. You know the information. It's up to you how you apply that information to make income. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. All these swing highs I already took out. Yep, similar. Yep, so you can see how it's forming against them all. All these currencies overextended against the Japanese yen. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, both safe haven currencies, way overextended. And the Aussie dollar, Japanese yen, same thing, overextended. Let's remove these swing points. Oops. Let's go look at the final pair, the pound, Forex pound pairs. We already spoke about the pound US dollar, pound yen, euro pound. Let's look at the pound Canadian dollar. Yeah, huge decline, giving strength to the Canadian dollar again because Canada is heavily commodity based. What commodities are not going higher? Looking at the metals like gold, silver, energy, crude oil, natural gas going higher. Your agricultural, yeah. Pound, Swiss franc, new low, new low. Oops, let's remove this. So we have new low, giving strength to the Swiss franc. Wow, the pound is really hurting here. And the pound Australian dollar. Yep, look at that, took out that swing low all the way from back then. Let's remove that. And that's what we're in here. So you know a lot more than big institutions are releasing information, but you'll get that information from your mainstream media when the big corporations, institutions want you to know. But I just shared that with you now. So some good trading opportunities.